Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you how to make this amazing braised horseradish beef with a really nice sweet potato or kumara mash. Okay, really simple and easy. You're going to need all of this stuff right here. There'll be a full list of ingredients right at the end of the video, so don't worry about that. Don't have to take notes as you watch. Right here I've got 1.2 kilos worth of beef. You can use a chuck. This is a blade, and all I'm simply going to do is hack this up into some chunks. All right, you will see as we go, and some nice big chunks, like that. Just maybe we'll leave them like that. Nice big chunks. We'll make this nice and hearty. This beef is going to cook down for a bit of time and will tenderize quite nicely. I'm not taking the fat off this one. I'm going to leave that on. I've taken off a little bit of the silver skin, but not all, and it's just me being lazy, to be honest with you. If you don't want to do this step and pay the extra dollars, you can buy diced beef from your local butcher, but it'll be a little bit smaller than this. Right, I've got a little bit of oil into a oven-proof casserole dish. All I'm simply going to do is just start browning this beef off for a little bit. Just try and seal all that beef up, get a little bit of colour happening, a little bit of schmutz on the bottom, because that's exactly what we want for this. Alright, so as I said, I'm just going to brown this off on all sides, and as you see, it's leaving a little bit of schmutz on the bottom, which is absolutely perfect, because that is where the flavour is at. So just do this off in batches and take your time on this bit. We've got all the time in the world a little bit later on to do other things. Alright, and the smell in the kitchen already, just with the beef searing off, is just amazing. Okay, so once they're sort of cooked off, just put them aside into another bowl, just like that. And as you can see, we've got all that fond forming on the bottom of the pan, which is absolutely perfect. Alright, and if you haven't tried doing a braised beef dish before, why not? It is so easy. And when you buy like a big blade piece like that, I actually made some steaks out of one part of that, and I'm using the other part, the 1.2 kilo part, to make up our beautiful braised beef. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting towards the end of this part of the process. Don't apologize if it's boring at all. Alright, we've got three small onions, just roughly chopped. Right, we don't have to go fancy on that. Just put that straight on top of the schmutz. Don't worry about it, it's all going to work out in the end. And if you think this pan is going to be ruined, no, it cleans up absolutely beautifully the way we are cooking this. Right, so just cook those off for a little bit. They'll start to go a little bit translucent. You'll see the colour starting to form on those as well. And as the juice comes out of those onion pieces, it will start to lift a little bit of that fond off the bottom of the pan. Alright, my oven is already sitting at 180 degrees in anticipation for me to get on with the final step. I'm going to add in 4 cloves of roughly chopped garlic. I'm adding in about 40 grams worth of some ginger paste. If you want to use fresh, go for it. But the ginger paste will just basically dissipate quite nicely in this. I've also just added in 2 teaspoons worth of an English style curry powder, a Keen's or whatever English curry paste you can find. I can't remember some of the names at times. Man, my MS and my brain holes. I've just added in there about 35 grams worth of plain flour. I'm going to add the meat back in, and you're thinking this looks absolutely backwards. Don't worry, it's not. We're going to really make things happen any second. We're going to add in 2 to 3 tablespoons worth of a Worcestershire sauce. Alright, just like that. That can go straight in. That's going to give us a nice little bit of umami to all of this. As you can see, some of that fond has already started to lift, but what's really going to make things happen is when we start adding in some beef stock. I'm going to add in about 750 milliliters, right, of a beef stock that's going to go in. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir around, and all of a sudden all that schmutz on the bottom of the pan is going to start lifting, and you'll see the color of all of that change quite drastically in not a lot of time. Okay, and this dish is perfect for a Sunday night. I'm going to put that lid on. I'm going to put that into the oven 180 degrees for an hour to an hour and a half, or until everything goes nice and tender. Right, let's get on with our mash. I've just added in 250 grams worth of potatoes cut up a little bit small, 500 grams worth of sweet potato cut up not as small. I'm going to cover that with some water just like that. I'm going to add in a good dose of salt, right, a really heavy pinch. That potato and sweet potato can really handle the salt. All I'm simply going to do is bring that up to the boil like that. I'm going to let that boil off for a few minutes, or until they go nice and tender. Right, and just get a knife, a blunt knife, and see if they'll cut through, or a skewer, and see if they'll go through. They're done, they're cooked through. I'm going to strain those off. I'm going to put that pan straight back, or that pot straight back on the hot plate. I'm going to get some heat happening into that, and we're going to add our potato and sweet potato, or kumara, same day, different time. It's all going in. We're just going to dry some of that liquid out of that. Don't worry, it's not going to stick to the pan. Right, just keep shuffling it around a little bit. Here's my potato masher. We're going to give this all a bit of a mash with the heat on. You can see all that steam coming off. We're just drying these out a little bit because we want this to be really nice and creamy. Alright, and I've turned that heat off. We've still got some residual heat there, and I'm using a mash and turn method where I actually push the masher down and give it a bit of a spin to really get things happening. Alright, I'm going to add in 50 grams worth of salted butter. You can use unsalted if you wish, and if you want your food to be boring and don't add the salt, don't use salted butter. Right, as you can see, we're giving that a really nice mash. Things are starting to come together. We want this to be a really nice, rich little side. I'm going to add in around about 180 ml of cream. Right, that's going in, and that's going to end up with the creamiest, most beautiful mashed potato and sweet potato that you could ever want. Alright, our time has gone by, our beef has been in, and look at that, how good does that look? All we have to do now is just finish this off and give that all a little bit of a stir right now. As you can see, and it might have stuck to the sides a little bit, but all of that is flavor, believe me. Right, so I'm simply just going to stir all of that little bit of stickage there into our braised beef, and I'm going to add in 2 to 3 tablespoons worth of horseradish cream. You want to add that in at the very last minute, so it will have the maximum amount of impact on this particular dish. Right, so we're simply just going to stir that through just like that, and we're getting ready to basically serve up any minute now. As I said, this is a perfect weekend type dish. Right, give all of that a little bit of a stir, just like that, and Mrs. KP is going to get a plate out for me so I can serve this up, and there you go. You've got KP's braised horseradish beef with a sweet potato or kumara mash. Love to see you try and make this one at home. It is easy and quite inexpensive. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence to make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Hit that notification bell to be notified every time a new video goes up. And share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. We are trying to get name of KP's Kingdom out there. Please leave a comment. Love reading, love responding to them. In the meantime, you want to learn how to make something for a Sunday afternoon, just like this one, which tastes amazing. Well, you need to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another one of my videos again. I'll eat my braised horseradish beef with my sweet potato mash, and I will catch you next time. Bye.